Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's a quiet day on the royal front, hopefully I'm not speaking too soon, and so I'm finally getting around to starting the year ahead readings, and I'm going to begin with Meghan Markle herself. Who else but Meghan? I'm going to be doing a 12 card spread using just the ordinary Rider-Waite Tarot based on the houses of the zodiac, the astrological wheel, the 12 houses of the zodiac. So I'll use the cards will take the interpretation of that astrological wheel. I'll explain them as we go round. It's always going to be a struggle to fit them in. I'll do my best so that you can hopefully see the cards as well as you possibly can. And we're going to look ahead and see what the year might have in store for Meghan. 2022. 2021 has been a bit of a mixed bag for her, of course. She won a court case, she allegedly had a baby, but some things haven't quite gone to plan, I don't think. Let's see what the year ahead is going to bring. I think we're ready. Yes, we are. And a 12 card spread coming up. Meghan Markle's year ahead. And going to have to do some shuffling to get them into position, these cards. I have some animals with me as I'm doing this reading. Tess is snoring in the background, so if you can hear snoring, that would be Tess. She's had a busy day. She's been out. She's been all over the place, and very busy girl. And let's try and get this better into shot here. Sorry about that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the 10th house up there. And 11 and 12. The 12th house. And let's pull them down so you can more or less see them. Get all mixed up. There they are. Bit of a mess. But 12 cards. Underlying energy for the year, I have asked. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords that has come out in reverse for Meghan Markle as the underlying energy of her year. That's a very difficult energy that's going to colour all the cards on the table tonight. And it is, of course, the card of rest and retreat and trying to heal from loss, defeat. But when it's in the reverse, struggling to heal and needing to go away and recover and do some self-care, but really not being able to. It is also the card of ruined reputation, the Four of Swords. It's in the reverse. Very difficult energy for Meghan Markle with this card in the reverse. Defeat, ruined reputation, needing to heal, needing to rest, needing to recover, not able to. And that is the energy that is going to colour this whole reading. So the first card, of course, is Meghan's public image. And how is that going to be going? Wow, Two of Cups in reverse. And two things. It could be that the marriage, of course, fails in this coming year. I have seen that on the cards. So it's going to be very public. The public are going to know that she and Harry have split. This is, of course, all tarot reading, all allegedly, all for entertainment purposes. So this is really just what could possibly happen. Two of Cups in reverse. Also, it could be very simply that the public really has lost interest in her, has given up on her, has split from her, and her public image in terms of her popularity. That's the word that I'm looking for. I'm distracted by the snoring, Tess. It's really quite difficult to concentrate when you're hearing this noise in the background. And she's fast asleep. So, but I think it looks like there is trouble in paradise, and the trouble in paradise is going to be known. It's going to be public, because that really is the public card. And so the next card down is the second house, and that's all about your money and your earned income and what you value and what you hold dear. And we get the 10 of Cups in reverse. This is an awful reading so far. The loss of the dream, the loss of the family, the loss of the home. Could literally lose their home in the coming year, but it looks like this idea of the dream family. Look at us, we're so perfect, we're so marvelous, everything is going so marvelously for us. Not so much. There is difficulty there is loss there, and that illusion. For me, the 10 of Cups is always a little bit too much, trying too hard to convince everybody that everything is perfect. But it looks as if there are going to be financial repercussions for that failed dream, because this is, of course, the house of money. And so she claimed also to value family and all of that. And the second house is about your value system. Value system, I don't think, is what she claims it is, and that too looks like it's going to be exposed, that the family is something of an illusion. How interesting this next year looks like it's going to be for us. Difficult for Meghan, interesting for us. And as the Chinese say, apparently, may you live in interesting times. Third house is, of course, siblings, communication, travel, education, all that kind of stuff. Lots of stuff covered in here, but mainly siblings. And we get the 6 of Pentacles, which is sharing, doling out alms to people. And a rather curious energy that's coming off that card. Could it be that there is some reaching out to family members, to siblings? Stranger things have happened. That possibly she's going to scatter some goodwill their way in the coming year. Could be. Curious energy with that 6 of Pentacles. It's the first somewhat positive energy that has come out of this reading, which makes it even more curious. As I say, the third house covers quite a few things. Education, I doubt very much that Meghan Markle is going back to school. Short trips, all that kind of thing. She could indeed be making short trips. She does like to seem to travel around in the US and turn up in places. So she could be traveling for her charitable endeavours, popping up here and there and doling out alms to people. So that could also be it. More likely, in fact, than that she bails one of her siblings out, seeing as she apparently has managed to write them out of her life and be an only child in her own mind. Interesting. And now we have another dog scratching at the door. Let me just go and let that dog in. Sorry about that brief pause, but that was to let Tom in, who has come to join us. And full house of cats and dogs with me doing this reading. They all seem to be interested in what is going to be happening, allegedly, to Meghan Markle in 2022. If you catch this reading later on in the next few months, I am doing it right at the end of December of 2021. I think it's the 29th of December today. I have somewhat lost track of time at this point. Fourth house is home. How is the home front going to be for Meghan? And not good. Oh my goodness, I'm actually developing some sympathy for her in this reading. The 6 of Swords in reverse. Of course, the 6 of Swords is Megxit, the famous Megxit card, leaving, traveling away, traveling overseas for calmer waters, leaving our troubles behind. Harry and Meghan and little Archie set off. In the reverse, this card tells me that she's not going to be able to leave her troubles behind, much as she might want to leave her troubles behind in 2022. She's not going to be able to. She's not going to be able to jump on a plane and go somewhere else and start over. She's going to be stuck where she is, and she's going to be dealing with the troubles that whether she has made the troubles or she thinks she blames someone else for the troubles, but she is going to be stuck, and she's going to be stuck in this very negative energy and have to deal with it. It looks like there is trouble on the home front, quite literally, with the 10 of Cups over there in the second house, in the finance house, telling me that they could really lose the house or want to walk away from it. It's a disaster. Maybe it's a financial disaster. Maybe it's just a very unhappy home, not able to walk away from it, saddled with it. And ooh, ow. So fifth house, children, creativity, love, and we get the Magician in the reverse. That's trickster energy with the Magician, but it's also failing to manifest. So if she is trying to come up with creative ideas, creative projects, not going to be able to, because the Magician is in the reverse. It's major arcana, so it's going to be a big deal for her that she possibly has run out of ideas. And if it's to do with children, the Magician in reverse, that is seeing behind the green curtain, seeing the Wizard of Oz, seeing the puppet master pulling the strings behind, seeing through the illusion, the trickster being exposed. It could be that we get to the bottom of some of these mysteries that the rabbits pulled out of hats. We may actually see how the trick was done. Very interesting energy for that. And I'll just tidy the cards up a little bit as I look at that Magician in reverse. Doesn't bode well for Meghan, that card. That's going to be a big deal. And it could be something big is exposed, something big is revealed that she has tried to hide with smoke and mirrors up until now. Interesting. Sixth house on this reading. I'm trying to rattle through these as fast as I can, so this isn't an exceptionally long reading. Sixth house is health, your day-to-day life, your work life. A Page of Wands, that's fine. She's going to be okay physically. Page of Wands is a healthy energy. It's a positive energy. And children, Page of Wands, her day-to-day life could be occupied with children, busy with children. And of course, she has got two very young children in her life. And there is not much mention of nannies at the moment. Doria seems to be the one, the caretaker. But all kinds of rumours about Doria having left the building, so to speak. So children, but also communication. She's going to be sitting at her computer or on her phone sending messages, a lot of toing and froing with messages, emails, text messages, WhatsApps, that kind of thing. She's going to be very busy, trying to reach out to people. I think almost love bombing people, even though it's the Page of Wands, not the Page of Cups. Very busy energy at her desk, at that enormous desk with her pile of books that she hasn't managed to sell, the bench, and trying to reach out and communicate with people and almost sell herself. And so that's the energy that's coming from the sixth house. The seventh house, interesting house, of course, is the marriage house, the committed relationship house, the partnership house. And oh dear, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it's not working. We've seen that with the Two of Cups already, which is Splitsville, as I say, the breakup card, the end of the dream, sitting right next to the Ten of Cups in reverse, the end of the dream. It's not working out. It's the cooperation, collaboration card, and it's really not working. The Three of Pentacles, they're no longer a team. The married couple, the happy couple, no longer a team. The tarot has already told us about the breakup over here in the first house, the public image, public persona. So what it's also telling me here in the seventh house is that a lot of their deals that they've made are going to unravel. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse. By deals, I mean Netflix, Spotify, the Chimpo thing. There are some others, Procter & Gamble, I think. I've lost track of them. There are so many every few months. Fanfare, and they would announce a deal with somebody and then nothing more. And so that looks like it's all the wheels are going to come off and all of that is going to unravel and no more big deals, because the seventh house also rules business partnerships. It's not just romantic partnerships. So trouble all around the block for Meghan Markle, really is. This is really a very tricky reading for her, and it looks like she might be reaping what she sowed, and that is of course just my opinion. The eighth house, death and taxes, and various other things. It's the house of other people's money, investments, energy, power. So let's see what the tarot has to tell us about death and taxes. Oh, ow, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It looks like the tax man might be coming after her and demanding his due at last. They have released some financial statements recently. I haven't really bothered to go into them. It's not my strong point at all, reading financial statements and analysing them. I rely on other people, which I foolishly rely on other people to do that for me. Although my finances are not at all complicated, I can manage to sort them out myself. But the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, getting the giggles now. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse tells me that she's going to be dropping a lot of money. It could be an inheritance that they were expecting. It doesn't come their way. Hello, Prince Philip's will that has been locked away for how many years is it? Some ridiculous number of years. Is it 70 or 90 years? I don't know. But inheritance not coming their way. First idea with the Ace of Pentacles, and Tom is trying to dig up the chair that he's sitting on right now. So excuse that noise. But it could also be that they owe the tax man an awful lot of money that they weren't expecting to have to pay. Ninth house, that is publishing, international travel, and the law. Among other things, religion, higher education, but I think publishing and the law cover it all. Knight of Wands, okay, that's the travel card. So there's going to be travelling next year, it looks like it. Brace yourselves, everybody in the UK who is hoping that you're going to get through the Platinum Jubilee celebrations without seeing Meghan Markle. It looks like she might just show up with that Knight of Wands, get on her horse and go. Really is very strong energy, very strong movement. Of course, may not be turning up in the UK, so you can relax now. I've forgotten, as I'm looking at that card, that there is the threat of tours, sort of mock royal tours that the Harkles are planning. Australia and Japan were mentioned as likely destinations for them. Could be that they're off. I did a reading on it. Did look like they were quite serious about it. I did that reading a while back. It's there in my royal playlist. Can't remember the number of the reading, but it's definitely there, and it definitely looked like they were really serious about setting off and conquering the world. Well, at least trying. It didn't look like they were going to succeed, but there it is, Knight of Wands. Could also be that there is another book coming your way, our way, my way, your way, everyone's way with the Knight of Wands. But more I'm getting the idea from this card that, yeah, she's going to be getting on one of those private jets that she loves to fly on so much and heading to a foreign destination to promote herself. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is always a bit of a reckless energy, rushes in, doesn't have much to offer really, and then disappears just as fast. And that really describes Meghan Markle quite well, in my opinion, that she really doesn't bring much substance with her. It's all show and no substance. So 10th house, her career, her dealings with government, royal family. Ooh, ow, ow, ow. This really is a painful reading. It's painful for me as a reader because, as I say often, I am an empath. That's how I do these readings. I feel the energy of the card. Strength card in reverse. It's just brutal. This reading is terrible. Yeah, really, it's difficult to look at. Can you see this card at all? I don't think you can. Difficult to look at, and in your case impossible to look at because you can't see it at all. So I'm going to pull the whole reading down for you so that you can at least see a bit of the card. You should be very familiar with this card by now, the Strength card in these Harry and Meghan readings, because it is their card, the Harry and Meghan, the Virgo and the Leo. It is the ultimate Leo card, the Major Arcana card for Leo. It is in the reverse and it's in her 10th house. She is going to be coming across very badly, very weakened, very ineffectual, powerless, almost codependent. It is my codependent card, the Strength card, because of these two entangled with each other. And particularly when I'm reading for Harry and Meghan, I see that, although I do see it in private readings as well. And I don't, when I say private readings, I don't do private readings for general public. I do, of course, personal readings for people in my own personal circle. So let's just remind everyone of that in case somebody is thinking that they can ask me to do a reading. I'm sorry, I just don't have the time and energy to do that. But it's not looking good for Meghan Markle in terms of her career, in her leadership roles, in her attempts at leadership, in her dealings with other authority people, with the royal family, because the royal family would be represented by the 10th house. She is weakened, she is wounded, she's damaged. She's going to be visibly so to anybody who's watching. The casual observer is going to start noticing it. We've seen it in the first house with the Two of Cups. They're going to start noticing that things are really going quite badly for Meghan Markle now. And so those are the real heavy hitting houses. But just to wrap this reading up, the 11th house is friendship, groups, dreams. What's going on there? She doesn't really seem to have friends, groups, dreams, and we get the Chariot in reverse. So anybody that is in her social circle that was around, looks like it's not going to be around much in the coming year. Chariot in reverse is the wheels coming off, things being stopped in their tracks. So dreams, projects, things that she has believed in for a long time, that she is committed to, are not going to be working out for her. But also friendships seem to be stopping in their tracks. And because it's major arcana, it looks like some quite major friendships could be stopping. And if anybody is a Cancerian, it is the major arcana Cancer card. So Cancerians in particular might be leaving her life. And I hate to say it, but there's the Father, even though it's not the family card, not the family house, that's really down here. Father, it doesn't bode well for father, it doesn't bode well for relationships with father. And I've gone completely blank about where mother and father sit in the chart. It's the 10th and the 4th. But anyway, it doesn't look good for her in terms of just her efforts with groups, with organizations, charities and things that she might be involved with. It looks like she's going to be losing her patronages. She's not really going to be able to campaign successfully for those kinds of organizations. I have a bit of a wobble there when I saw that Chariot card in reverse, because I do worry about the Father. But let's move on swiftly to the 12th house, which is her hidden energy, her own subconscious, her fears, her anxieties, her shadow self. And we get the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. That really sums up this year for her. She tries to come across as so independent, so successful, so secure, having accomplished so much. In reverse, the truth that keeps her awake at night is this 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I often see this card for Meghan Markle. Not secure, not accomplished. She hasn't been able to achieve independence, financial independence, security. She hasn't accomplished what she claims to have accomplished. Yeah, she said it herself, I'm a bit of a fraud, or I'm a complete fraud, I'm a total fraud, or whatever it was she said. Fraud was the word used. Tossing and turning at night. She knows it. She knows this is all hollow. It's interesting that it's sitting above the 10 of Cups in reverse. That energy of the illusion of the happy home, the happy family, the forever happy ever after idea is an illusion. It's all an illusion. And it looks like we're going to start seeing through that very clearly. And she has got a very difficult year ahead of her with this 4 of Swords in reverse. A year when her reputation is going to be damaged, where she is going to struggle to rest, to recover from the body blows, I think, that are coming her way. And I'm not exaggerating these cards. These cards really are very negative, and you can go and look up their meanings yourselves if you want to, and you'll see that this really is not looking good for Meghan in the year ahead. Not surprising given the other readings I've done on her, but very hard energy for her to have to deal with in the coming year. So that's Meghan, and long reading. I'll get around to doing Harry tomorrow. And thank you for watching as ever. I hope to see you on that reading.